start this video off, you're going to need 3 pans that look like so. As you can see, I have a smaller one here, a medium size, and then a cast iron skillet. I'm going to be using the cast iron skillet to cook the meat in. And then over here I have being prepared the meat. It's being marinated at this time. To marinate, you're going to need a good dressing, like Italian dressing that you can pour over the top. Some people like onion or any sort of vinaigrette type of dressing. Right now I have garlic parmesan dressing covering the meat and letting it marinate. Okay, for the marination, I'm actually using Berman's Parmesan Garlic Wing Sauce. Yeah, I know it says wing sauce, however, it works great on all types of meat. It provides that good, rich flavor that you need, and it's very satisfying and delicious. Guys, while the meat's marinating, you want to go ahead and start prepping your sauce. To start off, I'm going to be using olive oil. Here I have their California Organic Extra Virgin Olive Oil Unfiltered. We're going to start this off with our sauce, and you will see the following process. Alright, you guys, so here are some of the ingredients that we're going to be using for our meal today. Specifically for the sauce, you're going to need milk, shredded Parmesan cheese, all-purpose flour, and some blue cheese crumbles. As you saw in the pan, I already prepped the olive oil, and we're going to add the rest of these ingredients as shown right here, these 4 ingredients, to add into the sauce. Okay guys, so since I don't have any thick heavy cream, I'm going to be using this Classico 4-cheese Alfredo just to make the sauce a little bit thicker. Right now you're looking at that. The milk, the flour, the olive oil, and now I'm going to add the Parmesan and the blue cheese crumbles. Alright guys, so now for some of the spices that I'm going to be using, they include garlic powder, garlic salt, Oh My Spice sweet and savory seasoning, coarse ground black pepper, and some pink Himalayan salt. Okay, so now to top the sauce off, you do see here some garlic salt. I've also added a bit of the sauce. It's called Oh My Spice. It's a vegan spice sauce. It's sweet and savory and it's delicious. I've added that to it as well, and a little black pepper. Okay, so now I went ahead and mixed in the spices with the Alfredo sauce, the milk, and the olive oil and flour. Now we're going to go ahead and start adding in the cheese. We're going to add in the Parmesan cheese, also the blue cheese crumbles, and then the sauce will be finished. We'll put that off to the side, and then we'll be ready for our next step. Let's go ahead and add our cheese. The blue cheese crumbles. Now we're going to start stirring everything in together until it melts off. Guys, next I'm going to start prepping the spinach and cheese ravioli, which is very simple and quick to make. And while I'm doing that, guys, I'm going to be feeding my 11-month-old his little ravioli pickups. And as you can see, he's right over there eating those pickups while mommy's in the kitchen cooking. Alright, let's continue. Ready to start making the pastas? Guess that's a yes. Also, you guys, I failed to mention that whenever you're making this sauce, you want to make sure it's on very low. So I have mine like on 2 right now. It needs to be really low. As you can see, the sauce is really thick. That's exactly how I want it to be. I love the sauce to be thick. I really cannot stand a thin sauce because it doesn't stick to the noodles. But you'll see why in the end. Okay, you guys, please don't kill me for this. I know in the beginning of the video I said you're going to need a small pan. I really don't know what I was thinking. Before, when I made this, I made it for a very small amount. It was of people. It was just me and my son. This time I'm making it for a bigger amount of people. So you're going to need a bigger pan if you're going to be using the 2 things of ravioli as shown. And then make sure whenever you boil your water that you put a little bit of olive oil in the water, and then you can go ahead and start putting the ravioli in there. Alright, you guys, I went ahead and took out my meat out the fridge after it's marinated for a good hour and a half. Let's go ahead and start adding the rest of the ingredients to this. We want to start by adding some of this garlic pepper seasoning. And what this is pretty much just garlic salt mixed with pepper. Sprinkle that over that. Also, I'm going to be adding the coarse black pepper and plenty of it, along with the pink Himalayan salt. And that's pretty much all you need. As I go, while it's in the pan, I am going to be adding a little bit more seasoning just because I'm big on seasoning. So you will probably see me do that throughout the video. And that's, you know, your discretion whether or not you want to do that or not. You don't have to. This is, the reason why I'm using so much pepper is because it's blackened steak. So once, if you want it to be blackened with like a caramelized topping, you have to add a lot of black pepper to it, and you'll see why in the end. Alright you guys, so I just went ahead and threw the steaks in the cast iron skillet, as you can see, and I did top it off with a little bit of Italian seasoning as well. It also gives it a lot more flavor. Some people like rosemary, some people like oregano. I love to use Italian season with almost everything I make, so I did top it off with that as well. And you'll see me sear the steaks, and then once I sear the steaks, I'm going to be putting them in the oven just to finish cooking up, and then the meal will be just about ready. Alright you guys, also you want to make sure that you're covering your steaks up with a lid, because you want to make sure it's soaking in that flavor, you know, and soaking in all the seasoning, so it can be really savory and tender like you want your meat to be. So that's why I have a lid on it, so that it can fully cook all the way through. And again, you'll see why in the end. You guys, so the meat's end result should look something like this. I went ahead and took it out of the oven, cut it up into little cube pieces, and mixed it around to make sure all the flavor and the seasoning is over the meat. And then we're going to plate it together with the pasta.